how have the markets fared today? We know that there's been quite a bit of pressure on the equity side of the Nigerian markets recently.
Yes, there's been quite a lot of pressure, and today the bears returned to the markets. We saw the Nigerian All Share Index drop by 0.3% to about 20,011 index points from the high of yesterday. It's like the bears are returning to the market, even as we have massive sell-off of most blue chip shares in the market today. Consequently, the year-to-date loss on the all-stock index went down as low as 19.21% from yesterday rate of about 18.97%. So that shows that investors are taking advantage of the increase yesterday to make sell-offs and make some profits from the market.
What about the fact that so many companies are releasing their half-year or third-quarter results, and we're seeing some very interesting figures from the banks in particular, because obviously people will watch the banks to get a sense of the performance of the state of liquidity and equity in the market?
Yes, a lot of banks they release very good performance, and if you look closely at the results, you will see that those banks who had good Q3 results, like the Zenith Bank, they had appreciable gains in their shares. Also, banks like Sky Bank, who had gross profits and then PAT of about 9.4 billion, were but static, they were but stable in the market, didn't show any signs of depreciation. Bank also had about PAT of 1.5 billion, but they declined a bit, probably because, if you compare quarter on quarter from 2010 and 2011, there was a slight decrease in their PAT. So that could actually account for the movements in the market.
Obiageri, let's talk about inflation, because it's come in now at 10.3%. So not quite those very exciting figures we saw for the month of August. We've seen a very aggressive interest rate hike. Is that going to help at least keep inflation at bay?
Yeah, for inflation, if you notice, when they released the communique for the meeting, the emergency meeting that was held, the CBN actually noted that inflationary tendencies are in the fall-on, given that we've had so many government expenditures. Government spending is on the high side, there's increase in prices, and then all these have attributed to the fact that inflation was going to rise. Though we had about two consecutive months of single-digit inflation, there was no way it could be sustained given the influencing factors that high inflation in Nigeria.